Hello everybody and welcome to the Circuit Paul Ricard here in the south of France. We're ready then for two very exciting Formula 2 races here. First time we are back since 2019. Let's take a look around the Paul Ricard circuit at Castellet. On the other side, it's race time. Let's take a look at the Circuit Paul Ricard in the Castellet in France, a 3.630 mile circuit, 15 turns in total and 2 DRS zones. It's a high-tech test track as well, and it's the home of the French Grand Prix. Riding on board then with the 2022 McLaren. Head down towards turn number 1 at the Vierge corner. Brake all the way down into 4th gear. Hug the inside line, get back on the power as it coasts around turn 2 and 3. Technically, the next chicane coming up is turn number 4, but it's a very tricky part of the braking zone. Hard down the brakes, down to about 3rd gear as well as it tightens up for a double right-hander which leads you on to the Mistral straight as well. Keep open up now with the DRS and head on back down towards the chicane area. Now, the Mistral straight is the longest straight in Formula 1, separated by 2 chicanes. The chicane was supposed to be moved out, but it hasn't. Back down, 3rd gear. Use this as a good option to overtake in the race, but already think, oh, we've lost so much power. Oh no, because by the time you hit the Sainz corner at turn number 11, you're already back up into full 8th gear flat out. Double right again, brake mid-corner, swing it back in, don't miss the apex, it's a late one match down at turn 12 and 13. Back off now into 4th gear, tight left-hander as well. In 4th gear part of the track, back on accelerator, 7th gear, 8th gear already as you approach turn 14, drop down into 4th, flick the car to the tight left, last corner, slowest corner of the track, turn 15, 2nd gear, hard on the inside for the right, power all the way down towards the line, and that is a complete lap of Le Castellet at Paul Ricard. Hello everybody and welcome to Le Castellet here in Paul Ricard in the south of France. We are getting underway for the F2 sprint race here, round 9 of the championship. And first of all, we have to go over what happened last time out when we left you in Austria. Marcus Armstrong, he was dominant in the sprint race as well. He took a commanding victory, but it was the rain-affected second race of the day as well. That changed everything. Half the field starting on wet tyres, half on dry. It dried out later on in the race, but it went different as well because we had a different moment on the field as well. We had Richard Verschoor taking the victory, but he then got disqualified. Johan Jaruvela crossed the line second, but he was also demoted off the podium as well. So Sargent took his second victory of the feature race. Roberto Merhi took second position as well, back onto the podium. So Roberto Merhi did manage to get through on the podium paying positions as well. Alongside me in the commentary box is Synthel as well. Good afternoon, Synthel. You doing okay?
Yeah, I am. It's going to be a very interesting one as well. This sprint race here in France. Not a really, one of the least interesting tracks, of course, but still, with Formula 2, you don't know what to expect. And after a banger last time out in Austria, let's see if we can get another great one now as well.
It's going to be absolutely fantastic, and we're not sure if the music or not is playing, because the race was supposed to start at 5 o'clock, and Sky have gone off right on time. Okay, they are going to play the music. So it's time for the sprint race here with F2. The formation lap begins and we are underway. 21 laps ahead of us here for the formation lap, and it looks like a little bit of a staller already at the back half of the track. But here we go then. It's time for Formula 2 to kick off, and in fact, Synthol, half the field haven't got away. What has gone on here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cars have stalled on the grid.
I think I see Fittipaldi and Versure. I think everyone behind him didn't know they were underway again. But yeah, Richard Versure, who won last race, sort of won it because he got disqualified afterwards. But he stalled it just like Novalak and Fittipaldi. Those three.
I don't believe it. They've all gone off the side of the track as well, and now they're going to have to be pushed back into the pit lane. Formation lap has just got underway, so our timing was actually spot on to come into the commentary box there 5 minutes before. Right, let's take a look at how they line up on the grid then, because that is always going to be the big dramatic part as well. In terms of the race strategy, here's your grid. Johan Jaruvalo on pole position after a penalty post-session as well as put them down the order. So Jaruvalo on pole, Liam Lawson starts second, Marcus Armstrong is third, Yuri Vips fourth, fifth for Felipe Drugovich, sixth for Theo Pourchaire, seventh for Jack Doohan, eighth for Frederick Vesti, ninth Amuro Wassa, and 10th for Logan Sargent. Richard Versure is 11th, Marino Sato 12th, Callum Williams is 13th, 14th for Enzo Fittipaldi, Roberto Meri is 15th, 16th for Clement Novalak, 17th David Beckman, Dennis Hager is 18th, Emil Cordeel, Emil Cordeel is in 19th, Ollie Cordwell 20th, Clem Bassi is in 21st, and Roy Nazani is in 22nd. Let's take a listen then to what the pole sitter has to say ahead of the race.
Apart from my last lap, I was out of the top 10 the whole session, so yeah, definitely didn't have the pace, and to be 10th in the end was probably a good result, I would say, considering the pace I had the first half of qualifying.
Well, Synthol, it looks like we've got Versure, Fittipaldi and Novalak into the pit lane, so the sprint race should be able to go ahead on time.
Yeah, unfortunately for them, of course, but yeah, they'll have to start from the pit lane then. Let's see what they can do. They're going to hope for some safety cars or some drama for them to get back onto the points. Here is Novalak, still not looking ready to go.
No.
He's trying to fire up again.
He's trying to fire up. Let's see if he can do it. Hello to Christian, who's watching along with us as well in the YouTube chat. Let's give you quickly about the Drivers' Championship. Drugovich leads the way, 154 points. Sargent, with 2 feature race wins, are now on 115. He's a point clear. Theo Pourchaire, who's in third, 114. They're the 3 in the hunt for the title. Jaruvalo's on 18. Fittipaldi's on 75 as well. They're the top 5. We'll keep you updated throughout the rest of them. In the Constructors' Championship, MP Motorsport leads the way by just 1 point to Carlin, 176 to 175. And ART are only on 170. So the top 3 incredibly close together. As we prepare for the start, I think it's Versure, Fittipaldi and Novalak. In fact, it's Fittipaldi who's got in first. Versure still can't get going, so Fittipaldi and Novalak are at the end of the pit lane. They're going to get ready to get going. So, by my calculation, there's 19 cars on the starting grid for FIA Formula 2, as it's all eyes to the lights. 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 are red lights. Race on at the Castellet. Good start from the front row of Jaruvalo. Lawson got a bad getaway. Marcus Armstrong might try and take up on that as well. Trying to go around the outside. It's Felipe Drugovich. He's already battling. Armstrong's to second position as well. Drugovich is side by side trying to get ahead of Owassa and Liam Lawson too. Lawson forces Drugovich over the curb. Great start there, Synth.
Yeah, a bit wide from Liam Lawson. There, goes side by side. And now Pourchaire on the inside of Drugovich as well. He's been pushed off wide, so he lost some time, and now he's lost the position as well. Liam Lawson with a bad start. Who is going up off there is one of the Campos.
It's one of the Campos. Can't tell you who it is because they're not forming back into the pit lane correctly yet, so we'll keep an eye out. I believe it's Clement Novalak who could have dropped back in the 12. I'm just double checking. MP Motorsport. So Clement Novalak looks like he's gone back as well. He's left the pit lane. He's stalled on the grid. So Versure's in there, Fittipaldi. So it must have been Cordeel, but the timing screens haven't updated to our TV pictures just yet, so we will keep an eye out if there's anything errors there. But as they come through the chicane on the Nord chicane, through the Mistral straight up towards the Steins corner at turn 11, it is Jaruvalo leading, Armstrong second, Lawson is third, fourth for Pourchaire, Drugovich is fifth, sixth for Doohan, or is it? Because I think he just made a position change there as well, as that is further back, Roy Nazani and Hauger too.
Well.
Yeah,
Hauger tried to go side by side one of the Van Amersfoort racing cars. That could be probably Beckman then, which has lost him a clear position to Mary as well. So that was quite an optimistic move there if he wanted to go side by side. Oh,
Whoa!
and Williams gone off.
Yep, off the back there, the 21. That's, as you said, Callum Williams taking the blue runoff strips at the exit of turn number 12 and a big lock up in front. Can't see who that was in front of.
Logan Sargent, I think it was, side by side here as well. Hauger now, being pushed off the track.
Vachon's officially been retired from the race. So Callum Williams drops down, Fittipaldi drops down. So it was Ollie Caldwell, I'm being told, who was going wide out there, as well as the field rejigs itself with the correct order you're seeing on your timing screens. Up the inside again, that's going to be a bit short. That is Caldwell battling with Cordeal in the Van Amersfoort Racing squad as well. And right behind him as well is Roy Nazani. Nazani looking to the inside as well. And Caldwell's going to have a pressure from Cordeal. Shuts the door at turn 3 and 4.
Yeah, some great battles in his opening laps, but everybody has made it through, at least from the starting grid, because, yeah, unfortunately, Richard Verschoor is out of the race then, as Fittipaldi made his move past Williams as well in the back.
Great stuff already as they hurtle back down. Yeah, Williams down into 21st. Richard Verschoor is officially out of this race, so he becomes our retirement. And I've no idea why the timing screens keep glitching like that as well in terms of the order. I'll see if I can fix it as well at the moment. It seems like it's too much forward. Here's the race start though, Synth.
Yeah, so from P2 on the grid, it's a very bad start from Liam Lawson. Armstrong flies past. Actually, Armstrong got a good slipstream here on the Ruvla. There down the inside goes Drugovich with a great start. He looked a little bit on the outside. Drugovich here on the inside. So he's going to be pushed out wide in turn 2 here by Liam Lawson, which lost him time and lost him again another position there as well. So yeah, a lot of drama in the first lap as well.
Great starts as well. That's what we like to see here at the Castellet. No one taking a little bit of a light-hearted approach to it all. It is all foot to the floor racing. And yeah, I'm trying to work out who that car is right at the back taking the position.
I think Caldwell gone off there, and it looked like he just decided to go up. It didn't really look like there was any contact or anything, but here Liam Lawson with a dramatic start, to be honest. And Drugovich with a great start from P5, but yeah, being pushed off there cost him some time and a position as well.
Yeah, sadly Lawson just sort of went all the way back on the running order, didn't he? He just went nowhere after that initial getaway. Now we're back to the front. Lap 3 out of 21, 40 minutes to go of this race, as you can see. In terms of time remaining, go on, Synth.
Caldwell is pitted now.
Oh yeah, yes. Caldwell is in the pits. He's taking it in. So, what is going on with Ollie Caldwell? Caldwell. We need to get those out of the positions. They're too confusing on the timing screens. So Caldwell's down 21st position at the moment. He's coming in and out the pit lane now. So he's taken his first pit stop as... What is that? Can you see at the top of the left screen there? It says on board with Liam Lawson. Looks like some sort of piping is still stuck in the top of the car. That's really bizarre.
Not sure what that could be, but Caldwell, you don't want to make a pit stop, of course, in a sprint race.
Yeah.
So that must have been maybe some damage or anything for him. But yeah, now he's got to hope for a safety car as well, because he's 34 seconds behind everyone else.
Yeah, it's a 21-lap sprint. We've completed 2 laps. We're on lap 3, 40 minutes to go of this race, as well as the field continues to ride around at the back. And there is Roy Is that Roy Nazani? Yes.
Yeah.
In 16th, number 16 as well. And Nazani is up in, I'm trying to find out, 17th position. So he's actually dropped 2 places since where he was in the opening lap of the race, when he made up positions as they continue riding through. Now we're getting into the La Castellet train, as we like to call it as well, where nobody can find the opportunity to overtake. So it gets a little bit daunting. And a plethora, absolute plethora of fastest lap times coming through. It is, I believe now, Theo Pourchaire who set the fastest lap of the race, as Armstrong having to go side by side to defend from Lawson. Lawson came in out of nowhere, Synth.
Yeah, a really late dive into turn 1. He's got DRS, of course. That's why he was able to close that up that much up on the start-finish straight. Outside is going to be tricky here, but he's going to try it anyways.
Oh, that's going to be contact. How did they avoid that one as well? Armstrong gave him just enough room. Lawson is trying every which way position to get back through. Pourchaire's lap time is a 1:48.775. That's given him fastest lap of the race so far. But my goodness me, that was almost contact. They must have been separated by millimetres, absolute millimetres as well.
Yeah, really close for sure. Now DRS on here as well, as he's gonna try again to defend Armstrong on the outside. Oh, outside of Lawson. That's gonna be so close to contact.
They're still rubbing his racing. Lawson's not giving anything out of it. He's kept his foot to the floor around the outside of the Nord chicane and gets ahead down the Mistral straight. Lawson to second. Now Portier's going to try and swing round the outside of Armstrong. Down at the Sainz corner. Not going to work off there. Lawson goes to second. Armstrong down to third. And Portier is very hungry now as well. As a very wide line there from Armstrong. Portier taking an extreme tight line as well. Like all three of them were choosing different routes to that corner.
It was an extremely amazing battle. So no room between them, and there was just perfect racing, no contact or anything. It was really close, and very well done to Liam Lawson taking P2 back again from Armstrong.
Looking great so far then. I'm putting money on Theo Portier to really have an attack in the next 2 laps as well and get up into third position and remove Armstrong. Armstrong beginning to drop down already then. Lap 4 complete. We're on lap 5 of 21. Jaruvula leads. Got 2.024 seconds to Lawson, who was held up behind Armstrong. But now that gap is starting to come down. Well, utter blueness we just saw there. That was not helpful. A blue overlay at this circuit with all the blue and red lines going around the track. It always gives me a headache. Here's a replay synth.
Yeah, look how late. Or this is on the Mistral straight, on the longer straight now. So much more grip it looks like for Liam Lawson.
Lovely work, mate. Beautiful.
Lovely work, mate. Beautiful, he was told. Well, that was textbook, wasn't it? Beautiful.
Yeah, really close to contact. Just perfectly done by Liam Lawson. Now obviously, Armstrong has got the DRS on Liam Lawson, but the gaps are a bit too far, I think, to maybe try and attack him as well, as Butcher looks behind him. It's really difficult to overtake in such a train.
Dragovic has come up as well. He's into 5th position, has caught this back of the train as well. David Bettman filling in for Jake Hughes, who is off with COVID as well. We hope he's okay. And Roberto Merri still in for Ralph Boschung after his big accident early on in the season, is keeping Boschung out for a couple of rounds as well. We wish them both a speedy recovery. Track temperatures at 38.5 degrees. It's dropped considerably in the last hour, or at the end of qualifying for F1 it was 53 degrees. So there's a much better track temperature to keep these tyres alive. Air temperature though has remained the same. It's now 28.2 degrees as it's 6:12 over there in France, and the sun not setting for another 3 hours or so. So there's plenty of time left.
Yeah, so this is such a big train, to be honest. Everyone from P2 towards around P10, they're all got DRS on each other, so that makes it really difficult to overtake. But if one makes a mistake, then they're all, then they're all going to try to attack him, which could really, create some great racing as well.
Fastest lap for Liam Lawson, 1:48.751, and Lawson's second position. The gap now apparently is 1.7 seconds, although when they came across the line, the computer read it as 0.6 of a second. So I'm not sure which one to believe there, because I think our timing screen's glitching slightly. I'll believe the TV pictures, which are showing a more representative order. Verschoor has joined the race. Richard Verschoor has got going and has left the pit lane as well, finally. So he's now on lap 1 of the race. He is 6 laps down, believe it or not.
Yeah, it says 4 laps behind Caldwell, so I don't know what he's going to hope for. Some few safety cars or something, because there's no way he's going to be able to get into this race, for real, to be honest, to be getting some points. No way.
Chances are he could be let through if the safety car comes out as well, which is always entertaining. 4 safety cars would do it. Hang on, timings have gone. We've had the timing tower glitch because it's all disappeared again. So Jaruvula leads from Lawson, Armstrong, Portier, Dragovic, Doohan, Vips, Vesti, Sargent as well on your monitors. But we have had a complete timings glitch on the world feed. At least we have the timing monitor to tell us who's who, because right now it's not working out the way we want it to.
I think Armstrong is doing quite an okay job to keep up with Liam Lawson, but I'm not sure what the gap is now. Can he try and attack? This is Richard Verschoor now, all the way in the back.
Let's hear from him.
So clearly we're out of the race. Just send a little pace. We use this lap to check the car. Yeah, copy.
So he is out of the race. They're just using this lap to check the car's okay, as that is what you were saying as well. That is Armstrong defending as well. I
It
believe
is
that's
Vesti
Portier as well.
and
Yeah.
Sargent.
Vesti and 6 of Logan Sargent. Yeah, Vesti and Sargent. Further back on the timing screens as well, just having some runs through, keeping up to temperature and keeping the tyres, crucially, in the correct area. Fastest lap for Felipe Drogovic on a 1:48.681. No, correction, 1:48.661 is on the gap. This is insane out here right now. They're
Not
all
sure.
just training each other.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Armstrong has DRS anymore on Lawson. Lawson looks closing up a little maybe as well on the race leader Ruvula now, but yeah, it's difficult to see. I'm not sure how far everyone is behind each other because of the times being gone. Fastest lap now goes to Felipe Drogovic.
One after the other, after the other. It is basically just a question of who can have it first and who's got the better running on it. This is absolutely fantastic. Honestly, fantastic. I've never experienced a train at Paul Ricard quite like this. We haven't raced here since 2019 in Formula 2. It wasn't on the bill in 2020 due to COVID, and it wasn't on the bill last year either due to the French Grand Prix largely as well trying to keep it back. It was the Formula 3 race this time last year as well, which is why Formula 2 haven't raced in so long, because last year was the stupid decision to keep moving them all around and separating the support series. But then we went to the Russian Grand Prix, where Formula 3 had to take part with Formula 2 due to championship changes, and it meant we had 6 races to cover, and it just didn't work. So they got rid of the format, and quite rightly so as well, because it was an ugly format.
Yeah, 3 races for everyone. So now it looks like Lawson really got good pace. He's closing up to Ruvula.
9/10 is the gap, and he's brought Armstrong with him, so whatever problem Armstrong had earlier on in the race has now gone. He's back in the title. He's back in the race hunt. This is it then. Is that glass or something? What is that on the exit the curb there? It's almost shiny. That's really bizarre. It looks like glass just broken over.
Yeah, not sure. Maybe because of the heat. I don't know.
Yeah,
What it could
it's
be.
very hot. So track temperature 38.5 as... Yeah, Lawson had the DRS flap open. Druvula was right there with him, trying to close in. This is getting tense. 8/10 the gap. So let's just get this straight. 11 seconds, maybe even less than 10, separate the top 11 cars. They are all running together massively. This is insanity.
Yeah, it doesn't look like Vips has lost the DRS now. He's back in.
Yeah, Vips is still there. Just keeps it in. 7/10 back. Lawson's dropped a second. No, never mind. He's back in now. Precisely a second gap between Druvula and Lawson. So he'll still have the DRS. And now he's inside that with 9/10 as well. No pits in a sprint race either. It's the feature tomorrow, of course. So they've all got to sort of just have the best opportunity they can and just sort of lunge it up the inside and get positions. You do get points for this race, though. It's half the points of a feature, so it's 10 points for a win, along with then all the way down into 8th position with 1 point. As they come through. We're being
Close.
gone, Synth.
Yeah, he's really close now. I think maybe this lap, if he can keep it up, because he's definitely got some pace, maybe he can close up a little bit more through these few corners before heading onto the long straight. And with DRS, can he attack him now? We saw earlier when he attacked Armstrong, he definitely can try and brake later and just make some sort of dive down the inside, which is very good job how he did in Armstrong. But can he do it again now and for the race to lead?
Fittipaldi did the fastest lap, a 1:48.636. Then it was immediately beaten by Richard for sure. As you can see on the screen, he's done a 1:48.608. So he's taken that off with another couple of thousandths of a second, as Lawson now very much within half a tenth of Druvula, but won't have the DRS zone down the back half of this second half of the Mistral Straight.
Yeah, so just trying to close up now. I think to the final 2 corners.
Yellow.
Is a yellow flag? Ooh, wonder what that could be. As it was senior, let's hope it's not happened here. I think in the second chicane. Oh, there's a battle. Yeah.
Oh, no!
Fittipaldi.
Fittipaldi! And considering Nizani was going up there, one of those contact. This will be a safety car. It's right in the middle of the track. Let's take a look. So
On the inside.
Oh, he jumps over the curb, whacks the side of Roberto. Yeah, he was alongside Roberto Meri. Oh, and he got clapped by Cordeal.
What are you doing, man?
No.
So Fittipaldi takes the curb, loses on his
Just-
own, hits the side of Roberto Murray. Safety car has been deployed, but Cordial, well, to be fair, I don't think there was much Cordial could do with that. That's not Cordial's fault. If anything, that's Fittipaldi 100%. He came in way too late, jumped the curb, lost the car, hit the side of Roberto Murray. That's probably with Murray with a lot of damage. Then came into the middle of the track, and nothing Cordial could do about it. So safety car is out, by the way. Nothing Cordial could do there.
Did Fittipaldi get it going again? 'Cause this is quite some damage as well for Cordial and definitely for Enzo Fittipaldi. So a few cars with damage.
Nah, he's out.
and
Suspension.
He's out of the race.
Yeah, suspension's
Middle of the
broke.
track.
I wonder why Fittipaldi was so far up the inside there of Roberto Murray. He looked like he had no other option but to go up the inside. It was something wrong there. So keep an eye out. That is Cordial with a puncture. So Cordial pits. He did get a puncture for that and nearly get whacked into the side of Callum Williams. Coming into the pits. Callum Williams might be an unsafe release there. So it's such
So
a...
it's already packed up again. I wonder if, what for sure will do.
It's over. It's over.
Oh.
The rear suspension's bent. Mechanic waved his arms. Suspension's broke. Cordial's out of the race. And is there any damage to Roberto Murray? Because I don't think Fittipaldi is going to be very welcome after that little manoeuvre, putting two cars out of the race.
They put a tyre on.
Yeah, but that suspension's bent. There's no way they can firm that up. So that is put the safety car out. Druvilla gets to save his tyres. Is anyone going to dive into the pit lane to change? I don't think they would, but it's going to have to be a restart behind the safety car, which is the big thing as we come
Williams
through.
could be one to watch because he's on the softer tyre now and the new soft as well. So maybe he can try and overtake some people. It's going to be difficult for him to get into the points. Actually, they're still halfway there. Only halfway there.
Not bad. Not bad. Halfway. Still got 26 minutes to go in the
so,
race.
Yeah. Oh, look, of course, because he's in the middle of the track, so they're going to go straight on. They take the full Mistral straight now, but
Well, to be fair, they could have just put them around the second chicane. The middle one. You don't have to go straight. That's a bit daft. But, all right. Straight through the dirty part of the Mistral straight instead of the clear chicane that is just alongside the part of the track. Oh, it's so bizarre, this one.
That's really... who was it? Who got the damage in the pit lane with the suspension?
Cordial. Cordial's out of the race. Yeah, Cordial's out.
Okay.
Cordial's
Forces
just
for him.
broken rear left suspension. So, and he has been officially put out of the race. Gremlin says, I mean, it's not all bad news for sure now. As he said, did Latifi make out Q1? I know he had a decent timings during practice. No, he didn't. Latifi was dead last, but as SHT says, start 18th. As that is Cordial.
Yeah, there's a lot of damage to the side of Cordial's car.
Sliced.
Yeah, nothing he could have done about it, to be honest. Maybe, if he backed out of it a bit earlier like Nissani did. But just a bit, very unfortunate, just collected him. And I wonder if Mary got damage as well to his side.
Yeah.
Mary got a whack as well on the side, but he still seems to be going.
I know, I'm keeping an eye on Roberto Murray's timings, and I'm not seeing anything on the board at the moment. There is Enzo Fittipaldi, who will be hunted down in the paddock later on today. Double Yellow's now down on the Mistral straight as they've got a recovery truck getting out of the way. That's probably why the safety car is completely out, to be fair.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, he was in the middle of the track, so that's why they also have to take the full Mistral straight now as well. But they've got the car on the back, so I think we can do one more lap after this.
So yeah, at least one more behind the Mercedes AMG safety car that not many people like. It's a cool car, but I don't like the safety car things. Talk us through it, Citizens.
Yeah, this is a replay of the... Yeah, look. Mary gave him more than enough room, that's for sure. And I think Cordial thought the left-hand side would be clear, but then he rolled back Fittipaldi, so then he had to back out to the right, and that's where the big contact was as well. But yeah, a bit of a lock-up. Definitely nothing Mary did wrong. So I think Fittipaldi just braked too late or something. But for some reason he was angry on the radio on someone else, but on his own.
Cordial just whacking off. He had no chance at all to be kept in there. It would have been an instant denial, in my opinion, as they keep on running now. So that is Cordeal just being told exactly what was going on. As well, the Mistral Straight is clear now, so why or not they're not taking the normal chicane, I don't know. The marshals are gone. But the safety car should be in this lap. And this would help Richard for sure, because he should get a lap back. Just one, but
Yeah.
still.
Safety car breed safety cars, of course. Maybe
Yeah.
maybe that could be the case in helping him as well. But yeah, we've got some a timer as well. You don't have unlimited time.
23 minutes left on that timer as well, plus one lap at the end. Formula 2 usually always hits that limit of racing to keep an eye on. Tomorrow's feature race is going to be very, very exciting. And for some reason, I'm feeling a lot of pressure at the moment, but there is zero pressure because it's not next. I'm thinking that it's next weekend where we've got so much drama as well. But luckily, Synth, all you've got to do is turn up for the F2 and F3 races and we'll be golden because even though I miss F1 quali, I don't miss the F2 sprint race. So that's a thumbs up after last time.
In Hungary,
Yes, in Hungary, yeah. Oh, you're not here,
Oh.
are you?
I might, but I'm not really sure about it. I don't know how
yeah.
how the Wi-Fi works there, and if I've got just some
Yeah,
free, if I'm gonna be free there, and
I
I'm
forgot.
I'm not really sure if I got the time to, but I'll let you know.
No worries at all. I forgot actually because you did tell me. As incident involving Mary and Fittipaldi will be investigated after the race. 10 laps to go then. We're still behind the safety car here at the Castellet. And they're just going to run it now through on the circuit. All good then. All good. In this F2.
Why didn't I just do in that last lap?
And a bit bizarre that. Safety car in this lap. Presumably they've had to let Richard Verschoor get a lap back. Because he's still out there on the track. He's not in the pit lane. So it's the only thing I can think as, what is that blowing on the circuit? Look at it. It's like plastic shards flying over the track. It's really odd. Hang on,
Yeah.
Alex?
A lot of pollen or something falling on the track
Yeah.
over the
Okay.
over the far side down near turn 6. Very interesting. You almost can convince myself there was some sort of precipitation on the lens there, but it didn't look like rain. But anyway, there was plenty going on. I think it'd be a bit warm.
Bit warm
up
for
at
rain, yeah.
Still up towards 28 degrees. Safety car will be in this lap though, so they'll.
Okay, thank you, Alex. I just heard him saying that since because he noticed it, and I thought, oh, better let Alex say it in case he actually knows. So, but it's just like pollen then that's blowing onto the
Yeah.
circuit. There's the answer. Always like an
Yeah.
answer.
No issue for the drivers, of course. So, well, here we go then. In this lap, I wonder, Lawson did have the pace, so maybe he can try and attack Druvil as well.
Hopefully this is good. Tyres will be saved up. It should be a proper sprint race to the end. We'll have 9 laps and 20 minutes. Average lap time around here is a 1:48. So one more safety car might just put it to the timed race limit. But right now, as things stand, we should be pedal to the metal. Go, 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 go.
Yeah, and I wonder
Hang on a minute.
what Williams can do on the
Yeah.
soft tires.
George Morgan is probably now going to be giggling at me because that's what he says when the lights go out. George, you've got in my head. Oh, everyone at PSGL is now just going to be giggling at that. Hi, Jess, if you're listening.
Has he already gone?
I think he has, I think he's bolted. Yeah, he has. Safety car's in the pits with the pit driver, Bert Mylander. And now we are back to green flag running. No overtaking, though, until the start-finish line. So Jeruma's going to have a good launch here. But they all have to slow it down for the last corner. That seems a bit pointless. Green flag, race on again. And Lawson has gone with Jerumela since. So he's not going to get away on that restart.
Yeah, no DRS just yet, but he's really close, I think, already. Ooh,
He's
just
thought about it.
maybe warming up a little bit, yeah, but he's close, but not close enough. Anyone making the moves turn 1? It doesn't seem like it. Maybe Williams on his faster tires. He's
But,
going to maybe
yeah.
try and get into the points. He's going to hope he will, but it's going to be very difficult still.
Bolo Bassi looked to the inside line of David Beckman, but backed out of it immediately. That was the only overtake I spotted further back in the timing screen field. So looks okay to me as the race continues on for the sprint race. 2 official retirements, Fittipaldi and Cordeal. Verschoor has got going again and is still with the fast lap of the race, but could be inside the top 10 to do so. Dragovic is in the run now of Pourchaire down to the Nord chicane. Don't think it's going to make a move. Thought about the outside line as we enter the chicane of the Mistral Straight.
Yeah, he's got really close behind Theo Pourchaire, but just a little bit too far. you're waiting for DRS maybe. It's the train is still there and they're not overtaking that much.
Oh.
Williams just gone past. Oh, Caldwell and Novalak.
Yeah.
Novalak lost 2 positions. Oh, never mind. That's a transponder issue.
Actually, no, Roberto Meri has passed Novalak. That is correct. And Novalak has dropped down to 17th, but the timing screen just kept dropping him as well. So Roberto Meri goes into 16th position. Here's Theo Pourchaire. He's 4th at the moment for ART, just having another battle out here. Oh, was that lockup? Yeah, it was a lockup.
Yeah, it was.
I thought it was an engine failure. I was like, oh no. But Pourchaire locked up the front, and now Djokovic is going to be hunting him down. And you know what Djokovic is like? He can smell fear, and he's got a good opportunity here to get a podium.
Yeah, got a bit better line into the final corner. This is not a bit, not that too long of a straight here, start finish, but he's really close. Behind him, can he maybe fancy a dive down the inside of turn 1?
He's going to think about it. Pourchaire defends the inside line. Djokovic looks at the outline. Not going to make it, though. Love how many fans are here as well this weekend. Because there's only one road in, one road out of Paul Ricard, everyone knows there's going to be a traffic jam. So they've just all stayed for the F2 race, and I'm loving that. There's some great passion here for F2 as the pollen at the side of the track. I believe Novalak's repassed Meri, so they've switched positions. Meri's down to 17th again.
Yeah, I think maybe he gone wide, Novalak. That's why what also caused the transponder issue and why he lost the position. No, and Williams now get past Meri as well. Yeah, he's on the softer tire, so after he made that pit stop.
Still on the accelerating battles into the chicane on the Mistral Straight, and I can't see anybody going for a dive bomb. That setting sun, though, is providing quite a glare for the drivers into the chicane. They duck behind a building during the big off chicane, so it usually gives you a bit of an opportunity to go so. Medical centre just to the right there as well as the visitor centre to the left. As they swing past the Sainz corner at turn number 11 into turn 12 then. And there's all being very well behaved. All very well behaved today. Not bad at all.
Yeah, everyone within a second until Williams, I think, but everyone really close to each other. Lawson still within a second. I think DRS is enabled now.
Yeah.
So let's see what he can do.
DRS is enabled, so we can get back to proper overtaking battling and proper overtaking fun as well as what needed to be done. Fittipaldi took the option of early retirement, so he doesn't need to deal with the media like that one ex-F1 legend. Yeah, I wonder who that was. That was from Grumman as well. Good point. Doesn't have to go through the media at the moment. It's 14 laps completed. Is that 15 now of 21? And Jaruvla set a new personal best since the 1:48.924.
I love how it says that for sure was 11. Oh!
Nizani
goes off after side by side with
Novalak.
Novalak. Yeah, Novalak. And he's lost position to Williams as well.
Williams trying to take the pair of them.
Tire.
Yeah, Williams, as you said earlier, Callum Williams with that fresher tyre. He's trying to come back up through the ranks as well. But Nizani was just way off in through turn 1. I think he's got some form of problem as well because he's dropped back massively.
Maybe he's got forced wide by Novalak, I think. And I think Novalak and Nizani were going side by side. But now Williams, they're both on a soft tire, these two guys. So and they both are trying to make their way through the grid. But now they're going to try and battle each other as well. And look how close Lawson is, by the way. But I think that's after the DRS straight side by side.
Oh, Callan can't do it there. Might get the switch back at the Nord chicane as well. Just about holds out. Novalak going to stay ahead. Williams going to have to get back on the power. No DRS here, though, so it's going to have to be slipstream. Keeps it tight to the inside line. Novalak will have it. Going to have to go right round the outside of the Sainz corner is Callum Williams. That was never going to work. That would have been a horrible accident. As Martin Brundle once said, if you have a crash there, you'll be waking up with hospital food at the end of your bed. It's a concrete wall at the end of that part of the track. If you go straight off there, it's a big, big crash. We saw that a couple of years ago in F2.
Yeah, well, these guys are obviously, sometimes they don't even care about that and they just go for it anyways. This is what happened, and he did get forced off by Novalak. Novalak got a bit of a slide going to turn 1. And that, Nizani lost the position to Williams as well. He nearly tried to block him there.
That was, well, it's for Nizani. What do you expect? Remember Silverstone?
Yeah, well, no, that was horrible to be seen. That crash between him and Hauger. Anyways, look how Lawson is close. He's really close now.
How on earth he's in Formula 2, I don't know. Williams has now passed Novalak into turn 1. So Callum Williams up to 15th position. We look to the battle at the front. Jaruvla versus Lawson, and there's only 5 tenths between them. And now Lawson's going to have the DRS and gets an okay exit coming on to the Mistral Straight. But Prima versus Carling, don't think we're going to have anything between them as well. There may be Red Bull Junior drivers, same livery, but very, very different teams.
Now here he comes. Surely he's going to be close enough now. Daruvala defends the inside line.
Lawson's going to have the outside line to the chicane as well. They make minimal contact, but Lawson takes the lead of the sprint race here at the Castellet. Daruvala down to second, and when I saw that smoke sense, I was about to wince because I thought they made big contact.
Yeah, luckily no contact there. He's really close behind him, going to the senior now, but yeah, he's just a bit too far. Can Daruvala keep up with Lawson and stay within DRS? Or Pitcher down the inside. In turn 11, you can't really dive down the inside there, but he did sort of try to on Armstrong. This is some great battles in all the top 4, you see.
It's a 4-way fight for the lead of this race. Dragovic is just on the outside of this battle as well. He's catching up. So is Doohan, actually. So maybe a 6-way fight soon. But Lawson leads. He's pulled out 7 tenths of a second to Daruvala, and now 8 tenths of a second as they came to the line as well. Even and flowing a little bit, but Armstrong's under massive pressure from Pourchaire, as he has been for most of the race.
Yeah, you saw how one overtake happened in the front, and everyone else in the train sort of all had to make some sort of overtake. As you saw, Pourchaire immediately trying to overtake. Look at Dragovic right behind him as well. The top 5 really close to each other. So we're going to see some overtakes anytime soon. We're in the closing stages of this race, so people are going to get impatient now as well.
Callum Williams with the fastest lap of the race, a 1:48.228. He's passed Clement Novalak finally, as we mentioned a couple of laps ago. So he's moving up the order finally out here as we're on board with Theo Pourchaire, having a go now at the back of Marcus Armstrong once again.
Yeah, back on the straight. I don't think Daruvala's got DRS anymore. Now it's going to be under pressure by Armstrong.
Here we go. This is going to be it. Lawson's free as a bird at the front of the field then, with a couple of laps to go, 17-21, and now this is going to be really an opportunity for Pourchaire and Armstrong to get ahead of Daruvala, and Daruvala's just holding them all up now.
Yeah, it was just a little bit too far to get past him on the straight, so it's going to maybe wait another lap to get past him.
Down to the Sainz corner, the second half of the Mistral Straight, and yep, Pourchaire's right in the back. In fact, there's exactly the same separated Daruvala and Armstrong that separated Armstrong and Pourchaire. Exactly the same times. That's insane.
Yeah, so in this final sector, no DRS. Oh, look at the inside line.
Oh, on the inside, great move, and that is Iwasa passing Sargent for 9th position. Oh, Sargent trying to get a look right around the outside as well, and there's a lock-up further ahead. Can't tell you who it's from, though.
I remember from last year how Iwasa got multiple overtakes like that, just exactly like that. So that's brilliant, and he's done it again this year.
Iwasa using his memory board then to keep up positions, and Sargent down to 10th. Sato is in 11th position. Beckman is in 12th. Who was that off the track at the top of the course?
Oh, I'm not sure it was. We'll see him probably lose at least one position because everyone's so close together. It is Bollock Bassi probably.
Yeah, Bollock Bassi. He was off the circuit. He's dropped down 2 places as well as that is Callum Williams being passed by the 23.
Switchback.
Of Chen Bollock Bassi. And now Novalak's in there too. And Fittipaldi's going a bit slow. Now trying to go to the outside. Down turn 4. Yeah, back out of it. Bollock Bassi takes through the position. So 2 drivers having pretty much similar errors at the same part of the track, putting them both out of it. I think tyre wear is starting to creep in now as well, isn't it? On the soft tyres, most of these guys.
Yeah. Oh, and we're going to see a replay. This is the move for the lead now. Liam Lawson doing a very good job on the outside. Yeah, really close to contact as well between two Red Bulls. Yeah. So they did touch.
Yep, hit the floor. Just narrowly touched, they did. And it was front wheel to side pod. So that could actually cause a bit of a problem later on in the race. But he's put out a 1.1 second lead with only 19, 20, 21 laps to go. So that's 3 laps after this one to go, because you count the last lap. So we've got 9 minutes to do those 3 laps. Should be quite easy. Then it's onto the podium. Then it's done. And then I get 3 hours break before IndyCar. And then bed.
There's 2 races this weekend.
Say again?
Are there 2 races this weekend for IndyCar?
There are, yeah. 9 till 11 today, British time. So that's 10 till 12 for your time over there. And then 2 hours again tomorrow, 9 your time. Armstrong.
exit jump 6 to have a go at Taubara. Focus exit jump 6.
Yeah, basically, it used to be that the race was on for like 3.5 hours because it was a 500-mile race. A couple of years ago, they split it up into 250 races. So today's is the High V 250 race, and tomorrow is the High V supporting Farmers 300 race. So 300 miles tomorrow. So, yeah, me and Megan are going to be commentating on that. Josh Players will be in pit lane, and of course, you're welcome anytime you like, Synth, as well. Your invitation is always open.
All right, I can join. I think maybe for one of the two races.
Fab. It'll be better tomorrow as well.
All right.
As we swing
Well,
back
see.
through. Yeah, you're welcome anytime, mate. You're welcome anytime. As we
Full
see,
Armstrong.
is Armstrong gonna have a go? Can he find the way on the inside line? Yes, he is. Oh, that's going to make contact, and it is. Off goes Jeruvala, off goes Armstrong, and Jeruvala's actually lost several positions, according to the monitor.
Nope, he's got a corner.
Yeah, and Pourchair's in trouble. Pourchair's lost a couple of positions. Here he goes now, fighting back on the outside line with Armstrong. Round the outside of the science corner. Armstrong goes through, Pourchair backed out. Blimey, Synth, that all kicked off.
Yeah, so yeah, obviously I think Jeruvala can keep the position. He's
he's gone
down
wide.
the inside.
Yeah, Armstrong goes wide. Pourchair
they
hits
touch.
him. They touch. Off goes Armstrong. Pourchair's got a bit of damage. Jeruvala's trying to go around the outside. Look up from Doohan. Everyone, all of a sudden, it's turned up to 11 here at Paul Ricard.
Yeah, this is what you can see in the train now. Look at that, it's Filipe Dragovic trying to attack Pourchair as well. This is some great battles going on here now, all because of that little battle between Jeruvala there as well. And yeah, so wow. So Armstrong lost loads of positions because of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, a bit of his own fault because he just braked too late.
Absolutely walked off with that one. That was unbelievable. As now, Lawson leads by 2.4 seconds, and that is a move coming on.
Iwasa.
Yeah, Awasa trying to get ahead of Vesti. I think that's how the board works. So Lawson, so it's Lawson leading by 2.6 seconds to Jeruvala, who's got 1.1 now to Pourchair in third. Dragovic is fourth, Doohan fifth. Armstrong drops down to sixth. Vips is seventh, Vesti eighth, Awasa ninth, Sargent 10th, Sato 11th, Beckman 12th, and then Hauger is also in the battle. This is insane.
Yeah, like I said before, this is how train work. But when one thing happens, everyone behind them all try to make some moves, and this is incredible. And now again, trying to look for the move to Filipe Dragovic there as well, but it's just a little bit too far for this lap.
There's a squirrel just waiting at the top of the track. I can see it now. How that's got on the circuit, I don't know, but it's just waiting patiently for all the cars to go. And there's a squirrel just to the entrance there. Here's Armstrong, though, Synth. Talk us through it.
Yeah, so late braking, very late, and yeah, unfortunately for him, a bit too late, and he's gone off the track. So that's, I think, maybe why Jeruvala doesn't have to give back the position, because he went off himself as well. There's the already was contact there.
Completely forced me off.
Completely forced me off, he says. I think he did, but I think
Yeah, he
that's
did.
okay. That I think because they both went wide.
Yeah, and this is the move from Pourchair. Very good job, like Iwasa.
Oh, here's Armstrong.
For sure, just completely sent me.
And that's Armstrong complaining about Pourchair forcing him off the track.
Pourchair did stay on the track, so I think it was allowed what he did. And I don't think, I think he knew, and Vips
Armstrong!
down the inside.
Vips hits the side of
my God.
Armstrong. Off goes Armstrong again. Armstrong gets sent wide in the last corner as we start the last lap. And now Vesti's in a battle. Vesti goes through. Wow.
Teammates, they touched in the final corner. Very optimistic move there from Vips as he tries to look. Armstrong tries to get back past Vesti, but yeah, he's just in a momentum of losing positions. Really unfortunate for him. There he goes again. Iwasa now gets past him as well.
Awasa goes through. Armstrong is losing so many positions as well. It's like someone's just pulled at a thread, and it's all starting to unravel for him as well. In this race, it started on lap 1. It's taken 21 laps to fully unravel, and now he's outside of the points paid positions. Armstrong is down to 9th. He's out of it as well. As we come back onto the Mistral Straight, Liam Lawson's 3 seconds ahead of all this. He's going to win his second race of the year and his second sprint race of the season as well, after winning the sprint race in Jeddah. He hasn't won any other time this season, so Lawson will win for a second time from the back. That is Hauger passing Williams.
Williams were all the way on the left-hand side of the track. So much dirt there or something there, which is just, it looked so spectacular when he was all the way on the left-hand side of the track. But some incredible battles going on in the final lap of the race.
I tell you what, Greatman makes a great point. We like a train of cars, but one instance we do not like a train of cars in the last minutes of qualifying. That is very true. But so far, W Series was a great race. F2 has been a great race. Let's hope F1 tomorrow is a great race as well. As Liam Lawson is going to win his second race of the year. He's yet to win a feature, but he's 2 sprints as well. Liam Lawson, the Sprint Meister, wins here at Paul Ricard with a very dominant strategy. He wins the first race of the day. Then it'll be Jeruvalem finishing second. Pourchaire takes a podium in third. Well done, Theo Pourchaire. Dragovic is fourth. 5th for Doohan. 6th for Vips. 7th for Vesti. 8th Awasa. 9th is Armstrong. And 10th for Marino Sato. If that's correct. No, Sargent is 10th. Sato is 11th. And then further down, Beckman 12th, 13th Hauger, 14th Williams, 15th Pollock Bassi, Nazani 16th, Novalak 17th, Caldwell 18th, Roberto Meri retired.
Few laps.
Oh,
Fantastic job, mate. Fantastic job. Well done. And that was the fastest lap as well.
Oh, good.
Thanks, guys. Really good job. Big step forward, so yeah, thank you. Car was really, really good. Tires went long, so good job.
Yeah, Liam Lawson took the fastest lap on the last lap, 1:47.984. But yeah, Roberto Meri retired. Verschoor finishes 20th, a couple of laps down. Fittipaldi out and Cordial out. What a race since.
look at Williams, only 0.053 behind Dennis Auger, so that was really close. A little bit of a will to be towards the line there, but definitely deserved win for Lawson. He had a horrible start, lost him some positions, and he just fought his way back. He was just so much faster. He had such a great pace, and he won this race. Very well done from him.
What an amazing battle. Let's take a little look at the replay since that last corner shove before the last lap from Armstrong and Vips.
Or maybe Armstrong turned in a little bit too much as well. I mean, he could have avoided that contact, but yeah, Vips just why not? You know, it's a slow corner. Let's see on board.
Let's say a replay.
This is unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Of course, a bit aggressive move if it's on your teammate, of course, but
Yeah.
I do understand from Vips to go down there because it's just all the Pierre Gasly fans over here. But wow, what a race this was! Let's hope we see this tomorrow as well, and that is a mandatory pit stop as well to, to spice it up even a little bit more.
And of course, Theo Pourchaire France. He's French, races as well with Gasly's number 10 as well. So yeah, that's
Wow.
a massive coincidence actually.
Yeah, I didn't know that. That's crazy.
I just realised when I looked at it because I thought, oh, they're waving it for Pourchaire. Oh, and you mentioned, Gasly's number's 10 as well. So yeah, Gasly's number is number 10. Let's hear it from Liam Lawson.
I'm not gonna lie, mate. I nearly lost it on the last lap there.
Apologies for
That's what we
language.
like. Nearly losing it every lap. Well done, mate.
Thanks, Stu. Thanks, mate.
Apologies for the language, but that was very much well done. Woo! Take a breath. Get ready for tomorrow's exciting race because that feature is going to be balmy with a pit stop.
Absolutely, and somehow Drew managed to finish P2 because he was under pressure by everyone, and everyone behind him just battled it out, which meant he could just go away with P2.
Looks like it. He's just about got it. Don't know how, but he has. And this is going to be a fun race tomorrow. I cannot wait. And it looks like tomorrow's actually going to be a lot more exciting than we predicted.
Yeah.
And if you wonder why Natalie Pinkham's not here this weekend on Sky, it's her husband's 40th birthday, and it's actually her wedding anniversary as well. A 10-year wedding anniversary. Got married when they were 30 back in 2012. I remember that race, actually. It was Germany. Georgie Thompson wasn't there either. As they come through. Yeah, it is the Nord Chicane. I was right down the Mistral Straight. I couldn't remember the name of it, but it is the Nord Chicane. I did pick correctly. As we'll come through. Top 3 on the grid then. We'll hear from them shortly as well. Twitter is running amok as well. Theo Pourchaire sent Armstrong into the shadow realm there as well. Says one of the tweeters in. Liam Lawson, though, wins. And I think that's a better comeback than after his disappointing couple of races in Austria, Synth. I think that was actually a great comeback for Liam Lawson, yeah. And I always forget it was Austria last, not Silverstone.
Yeah, especially that crash of Hauger just seems like yesterday as well.
Liam Lawson gets a round of applause, but Theo Pourchaire gets the bigger round of applause as well. I think we're going to hear from the top three then as they're on the grid. Trying to keep an eye out who's going to be doing the interviews, because I can't actually tell at the moment, as it seems to be a new thing, stopping on the... Oh, it's because the pit lane's too small for a traditional Parc Fermé. That's why they're stopping on the grid. Just twig that. As handshakes all around. Yeah, it's because the pit lane here isn't built for an actual Grand Prix. It's built for testing. So they have to stop on the track to go to the podium, which is in the centre, which is here. It's not big enough, so that's why they stop on the track, if you want to know. As they come through, there is Johan Jarubala finishing second, and Theo Pourchaire finishing in third. So are we going to hear from the top three, or are we just going to hear from the top one up there at the moment? I'm sure we'll hear in a second. TV interview is standing by. Must be Rosanna Tennant. Here's a replay though since then, Liam Lawson. Oh no, this is Theo Pourchaire. Ah.
Yeah.
Love
This track
that.
gets so much hate, but to be honest, it has quite some potential to be a good race because of those straights as well. But it's just not that often that it's such such an incredible race. But this was nice, and I think last year the Formula 1 race was pretty nice as well.
Yeah.
And let's hope this time out with these new regulations, which make them being able to to drive closer together.
It's going to be
Be a
good.
very good race.
Yeah. Will Buxton, is going to interview the race winner, Liam
An
Lawson.
absolutely sensational victory. Some brilliant moves down there on the back stretch into that chicane. Your emotions on getting back to the top step of the podium?
Yeah, it's a really good feeling, honestly. It's been a while, obviously. We want to be there on Sunday. That's the goal. But with the position we had in qualifying, I think today was a good result. I had a bad start. We need to look into that for tomorrow. But the car was really, really fast and really good on the brakes, which is why I was able to make those passes.
I mean, you say good on the brakes. That first pass came from so far back. It was massively impressive.
Honestly, I gave myself a fright when I went to lunge down the inside. I wasn't expecting the brake so early, so I kind of was half avoiding, half going for it. But I realised very quickly that we had a good car, especially on brakes. And through that first sector, I was able to get quite close to use DRS. So yeah, thanks to Carl and thanks to everybody for making it possible. It was a good race.
And with this kind of pace, what can you hope for tomorrow?
Yeah, obviously we're starting a bit further back tomorrow, which is frustrating. But with today's pace, I think we can definitely move forward.
Great job, sensational, well done.
Yep, we're going to hear from...
Jehan, I know not the victory that you wanted today, but vital points in your championship run.
Yeah, I think it was not an easy race for sure. I had a good start, a good first couple of laps, and yeah, I could see Liam was a bit quicker than me. I was pushing as much as I could, yeah, but he just had the edge, and the DRS was quite effective in the middle sector, and yeah, fair play to him. He did a good move and won the race.
You had to get your elbows out as well. A bit of a knock with Liam towards the end and escaping across the chicane at the back as well. Did you enjoy it, getting your elbows out at the end?
Yeah, it's definitely enjoyable. Yeah, the thing is we are all on the limit braking, so at some point the gap closes, and unfortunately, yeah, we made contact, but we both got away unscathed. What
do you got to do overnight to increase the pace in order to take this fight on tomorrow?
Yeah, I think in general this year we've had a good car in the races and always move forward. So yeah, I think overnight we'll study the data and come back stronger.
Great job, well done.
And now third for Theo Pourchaire on his home race.
And Theo, I mean, it's not a victory, but they're treating it like a victory. Great drive.
It's amazing. So happy from P6 to P3. I would like to say a few words in French.
Naturellement.
Je vous remercie tous, c'est vraiment incroyable d'avoir autant de soutien. Franchement, c'est vraiment incroyable. Merci à tous. Il reste demain. Demain, je vais faire de mon mieux. Et j'espère ramener un plus gros trophée encore demain. Mais merci à vous et on se voit demain.
Et les émotions aujourd'hui, pour les fans dans les stands de chante, votre nom, c'est incroyable, non?
C'est vraiment incroyable. C'est un truc de fou. It's amazing. And the race was tough. That overtake for the P3 was very good. I think I'm under investigation for it, but it was a clean overtake. It was rude racing, but it was very, very nice race.
And I know you've already said it in French to the guys in the stands, but it sounded very much like you're hoping to give them that victory tomorrow.
Merci. See you tomorrow.
Will Buxton, surprising as ever, fluent French as well. Try saying that when you're drunk. Fluent French as well. So well done, Will Buxton there. And nice
to win
stuff.
tomorrow.
Go on, Synth.
Would be very great, to be honest, to see him winning the race tomorrow. Pocher, starting from P5.
He's got a good chance. This was Liam Lawson's winning overtake in the
Is he
sprint.
under investigation, or what's that about?
I think Pocher's under investigation for a move off the racing line, I'm being informed.
Oh.
So we'll keep an eye on that one and update you tomorrow morning in the feature race of any changes to this grid. I can't see it changing, to be fair. It looks pretty normal, which is fantastic news. But you will have final confirmation of the races as well tomorrow morning. And then anything that happens in the sprint will be updated with the Grand Prix review, which will be coming up at the end of the F1 race. Straight after, we're going to the post-show procedure because we've got to go off quick to have some food, then back to the box, ready as well for the next session. I'm being told that the podium is taking longer because you've got to go up 3 flights of stairs and 3 different parts of corridors to get to the podium. So that's why it's taking longer than normal and why we haven't had a cool-down room, because there is no room for a cool-down room here at Portigard. So, here it is. Fantastic.
Well,
They got there.
Down to the end. It's a fantastic team paddock building here. Let's have a listen to the chat, shall we?
Haha, there you are, guys. Hello.
When did you get to third?
Into Le Bossé, you know, the 10-11. Sorry, I was it's 10-11. You know, but I was like,
Got to 11. I thought you were going to crash with him. Yeah.
But I kept it on the track. I think I didn't push him, so.
He pushed me off in turn 8.
So
he came from nowhere and I had nowhere to go.
but you couldn't.
No, that's why I backed off and I let you guys come back.
Yeah, but that's
Then
fair.
you-
Because
he does-
to be honest, there was some smoke and I thought you were going to go.
Yeah.
It was a bit brilliant.
Yeah. We touched as well.
Yeah, I had damage to this. What's this thing that is next to the mirror? Like comes off the floor. I don't know what it's called. The sink flew off after a couple of states.
I saw it on the street.
Yeah. I
People
was
done
like,
it, yeah.
thinking it was gonna hit somebody.
How do I call them now?
I nearly hit Marcus when he defends. He does it so late, man. I can't hear it all the way up. I can't
See well in my mirror. So I'm
Yeah,
just
podium
like,
down, boys. That was fun, though, wasn't it, Synth, to hear them talking? But it is time for the podium ceremony.
Yeah, so he was about that move in turn 11. So yeah, I don't think that he will get a penalty for that. It was fair. We pushed him off, yes, a little, but you know, it was impossible for Armstrong anyways to stake around the outside. So I'm sure he'll keep his P3.
Third place for Theo Pocher out there as well in the background. And it will then be second place for Jehan Druvala, who's done yet another fantastic run. So impressive. So very impressive. But Liam Lawson, absolutely fantastic here today. He takes victory in the F2 sprint race as they come forward onto the top step of the podium as well. We will hear the national anthem. The New Zealand national anthem. The New Zealand national anthem then playing out in the background as it's victory number 2 of the season. His second sprint race victory. Taking over now as well for that of Liam Lawson. Second for Johan Druvala. Can he take another win this year? Well, we can see how we could do tomorrow, but I wouldn't put my bet on it. Carling get another trophy this weekend as well. As now Drew takes second place on the trophy. Just getting everything sorted this side, because you can't have a podium without the music. I'm not wrong there. As Drew takes it, and then third place for Theo Pourchaire. He'll be going for the win tomorrow, as you heard from Synthol. He starts quite impressively 5th on the grid for the main feature tomorrow. And now, it's champagne time! Champagne flies here for the sprint race. And quite rightly so, another fantastic run. And the Carling representative, she's got absolutely soaked by Liam Lawson out there as well. Synthol, coming to you quick. Great race here today. Very exciting. Tomorrow, what are you expecting for the feature? Pit stop added in, of course.
Yeah, well, it's going to be difficult for sure for them to be as good as this race, because it's quite... for some reason, they look like they were pretty easily in such a train, and they could keep it together for a race. So let's hope we'll see that tomorrow as well. And with these strategies, we'll see some differences in strategy as well, with the safety car being involved maybe. So I think we'll see a great race tomorrow as well.
Absolutely. Let's quickly confirm the results, how they finished at the moment. It is Liam Lawson taking victory, Andrew Ivano second, Theo Pourchaire third, Felipe Dragovic is fourth, Jack Doohan fifth, Yuri Vips takes 6th position, 7th for Frederick Vesti, 8th for Amur Awasa, 9th for Marcus Armstrong, 10th to Logan Sargent. Marino Sato is 11th, David Beckman is 12th, it's 13th for Dennis Hauger, 14th Callan Williams, 15th Clem Bollock-Bassi, 16th Roy Nazani, 17th Clem Novalak, and then Ollie Caldwell 18th. Roberto Murray officially out of the race. Richard Verschoor finished a couple of laps down as well, 5 to be precise, down in 20th. Enzo Fittipaldi was out, so was Emile Cordial. Well, my thanks to you, Synthol. I'll see you tomorrow for the F2 feature, and see you all as well for the feature. We've got IndyCar coming up later on tonight. It's going to be another exciting race. My thanks to all of you at home. My thanks to you, Synthol. Liam Lawson wins the sprint. We'll see you tomorrow for more action from Formula 2. Bye for now.